I fought for my niece in court. Here's how it went. I have a brother Nathan who is a widower. My late sister-in-law Sarah was killed by a drunk driver 9 months ago. They had 2 kids together, Millie and Ryan. My husband Justin and I have been helping my brother with our niece and nephew since my sister-in-law passed. We have 3 kids of our own and it's been nice to let the cousins hang out a bit more. Nathan started dating Brittany about 6 months ago and they are planning a wedding taking place the first weekend of November. Lately Nathan has been dropping the kids off with us more and more for overnight stays, including school nights, so he and Brittany can go blow off steam. It's probably 4 to 5 nights a week at this point. I know people grieve differently but this feels really fast. Millie and Ryan are also having a hard time as Brittany has moved into the house with them and started removing pictures of Sarah. Nathan told her not to do this but she keeps going and pushing, saying things like it's time. Nathan and I have always been close and Sarah was the sister I never had. I've talked to him a few times about moving too quickly with Brittany and maybe taking a step back and letting this grow. I told him if he wants to marry her now, if she's really the one, that won't change with more time before a wedding happens. I've also talked to him about Millie and Ryan needing stability and their dad consistently because they are hurting and still processing. He told me I crossed a line with bringing the kids up and he was doing the best he could. Cut to yesterday. Brittany mentioned to Justin and I that Millie and Ryan would need to stay with us permanently once they have a baby so Nathan doesn't show favorites. I stared at Nathan for a second and said this wasn't an appropriate conversation to have when the kids were in earshot. Brittany said she didn't care and wasn't looking forward to playing stepmom to the 2 brats. Millie and Ryan are great kids but their world has been shattered with the loss of their mom and now Brittany having moved in and apparently marrying Nathan. I asked Nathan if we could speak privately and Brittany butted in, saying anything I needed to say to him I could say to her. Against my better judgment I said fine. You're overstepping your place in this family and using my brother as a meal ticket. Those kids should come first. I thought her head was going to explode. She began yelling at me and that I was selfish for not wanting my brother to be happy. I told her it was time to grow up and realize the world doesn't revolve around her. Nathan told me I was out of line and played the "that's my fiancé" card before they both stormed out, leaving the kids yet again. He has yet to check in on them. At this point I don't trust my brother's judgment and don't want to keep the kids but Justin and I feel like we don't have another choice. I want to keep them safe and give them some stability. Would I be the odd for petitioning for custody?